for the Jews, they think, that must be built in the land of Israel. This is what's in their minds. While some interpret these chapters as symbolic, others view them as a literal blueprint for the future temple. As an architect, if there's any architects out there, look into the size of the temple that Ezekiel is describing, and you try and fit that on the land, on that mountain. You try and fit that temple on there. Donald Trump, to fulfill the third temple, Ezekiel's prophecy, you must fulfill it to the exact size. If you do, some is going to go into the sea. Are you going to have to remove the sea? Are you going to have to build out into the sea to put a foundation out there, which is larger than you could ever imagine? You're a builder, Donald Trump. Do you understand? Do you understand? As an architect, get the blueprint and try and fit it onto there. You call yourself a builder? In the New Testament, Jesus alludes to the temple in his eschatological discourses. In Matthew 24 verse 15, Jesus refers to the abomination of destruction spoken of by the prophet Daniel standing in a holy place. This reference to Daniel 9 verse 27 and 11 and so on is often referred, or it's often interpreted, if you want to interpret it, as the future event involving the temple or a temple. But listen, the Apostle Paul also makes mention of a temple in the context of end time prophecy. The Apostle Paul, who was he? He was a Jew. And this is a Jew speaking, a man circumcised. The Apostle Paul also mentions of a temple. He was very familiar with the temple. In the context of end time prophecies in 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 3 and 4. Now this is what Paul writes. He can't be bothered to read it, I'll read it for you. Let no one deceive you in any way, for it will not come until the rebellion occurs, and the man of lawlessness, the son of destruction, is revealed. Have I just revealed the son of destruction? He will pose and exalt himself above every so-called God or object of worship. Does that sound like someone? Who does it sound like? Come on, be honest. So he will seat himself in the temple of God. How does he do that? you and I, are a temple that God can dwell in. He wishes to dwell in your temple and be your Mashiach. That's how he dwells in your temple. Convinces you he is the Saviour. He is Jesus. He is the Pope. So he will seat himself in the temple of God. Who belongs in this temple? The creator of the temple, my Father. Not a spirit that is a killer, who's a fake Mashiach, does not enter into my temple. My temple is for one, the creator of all living things, O Father. Paul writes, let no one deceive you in any way. Trump has deceived many Christians. For it will not come until the rebellion occurs and the man of lawlessness, the son of put his name there, the son of destruction. The destruction that's coming from this Jesus, Barabbas, is destruction. Look what's happening in the Straits of Hormuz. The son of destruction is at play. The son of destruction is revealed today. He will oppose and exalt himself above every so-called God or object of worship. So he will seat himself in the temple of God. Now thank you, Mr. Trump. Proclaiming himself to be God. This passage is frequently cited in discussions about the third temple and the Antichrist. Antichrist. He claims to be Christ, but he's Antichrist. That's my tongue sometimes gets a bit too quick and I can't catch up to it. I've got to catch it. My tongue. The third temple. Who else does that? I know who does it. He'll understand. He'll understand that. We just can't help it. Who's that? Why, you know. Who does that like I do it? Come on, sweetheart. Who does that? It's Bob Jones, isn't it? We're both the same. But we're not bothered. We just laugh it off. The third temple is often associated with the fulfillment of God's promises to Israel. But who's real Israel? Israel really is from not Jews, from every tribe, nation, people and tongues. How's about that one? You see, I'm not fucking Jewish. I'm not circumcised. Excuse me, please. And I don't want to be. I like it's nice to have a head. That's covered, you know. A crash helmet. What would you do without a crash helmet? Anyway. Shall we carry on? The temple is viewed as a place where I've missed it out. The temple is seen as a necessary precursor to the second coming of Christ. This is the views, you know, it's not just Jewish the way they think. The temple is viewed as a place where God's presence will dwell among his people. And you tune in, we feel it. We feel Father's Spirit anointing us, and we cry out, Abba. The Spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are chosen. For the Spirit adopts us, born again. So God dwelling among his people, excuse me, where sacrifices and worship will be restored according to the Old Testament practices. I'm reading what you call fors and againsts, so that you can make your own mind. In modern times, the idea of rebuilding the temple remains a topic of interest and debate among theologians, scholars, and believers. Some Christian groups actively support efforts to prepare for the construction of the third temple, which is going on right now. They've done the red heifer. They've got the menorah. They've got the priests. They've trained them all up. They're ready for action. So Trump, get your finger out and get cracking. What does that mean? I haven't got a clue. But the Jews, they'll have your guts for garters if you don't do something to save Israel. After they've appointed you and anointed you as Mashiach, you are. Got to do it. Whatever you got to do. And you will. Third temple, while others view the church as the spiritual temple in the present age, as suggested by the passages like 1 Corinthians 3 verse 16. So read that for you. Save your loop. Do you not know that you yourselves are God's temple, and that God's Spirit dwells in you? The prospect of constructing the third temple is fraught with political and religious challenges. Whew, is it not? Given the current status of the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, which is a site of significant religious importance both to Jews and Muslims. The Dome of the Rock, the mosque